I'm Catherine Eyring, and I do believe that gardening is fun. So I'm encouraging you to try your hand at growing something indoors or out. As for me, I grow my food all year long. So let's take a look at what I started with from last year. It's been over 10 years now. I've been winter gardening, and I think I have this going pretty well now. This is some broccoli. And do you see that? Heads of broccoli already starting, and yep, it's purple. So by the beginning of April, I'm able to take broccoli florets and eat them. And in case you didn't know, all those beautiful leaves on the broccoli are delicious. I clip those and saute them as well. Just to the left of the broccoli box, you can see Swiss chard. I love Swiss chard. I can use it in salads, and I like it sauteed. And then I have green onions growing in early spring. Ooh, add those to the mix. And who doesn't love garlic? I will have plenty of that this year. And I love having my vegetables mixed in with flowers. So bleeding hearts come up in the spring, right next to all my other goodies. So where do we get started? With the seeds. Of course, you can buy seedlings if you want later in the year from your garden store, but I like working with seeds myself. And every year I challenge myself to try something new. I keep these down here on my heating pad so they stay warm and they germinate a little more quickly. This is a new plant this year for me. It's called Jack Be Little, small little pumpkins that are edible. And so I think this is going to be a fun one. I will use any kind of container when I need to get my seedlings planted until it's time to put them in the garden. This one's kind of fun. This is called a jalapeno. So this is not hot, jalapeno, and this is a new one for this year. So this is something new this year. I have some friends that have been saving me their milk and juice cartons, and then I cut them, and now look, I have a really nice way to keep my taller plants. This has grown so well already this year. It's actually going to have to be replanted again soon. The last couple years, I've used grow lights in the winter, and I really love them. I've expanded, so I have 3 areas of the house now, 2 in the basement and my office, that have my plants growing. Once in a while, you get some fun surprise like this cucumber that must have been in the soil from last year and just popped up one day. I'm hoping that it makes it until it gets outside, and we'll have some early cucumbers this year. I use timers for my grow lights so that the plants do have some resting period of the day. I'm switching them around all the time. When it's really warm out, I'll take them out to my porch. And then I also know which are the ones that like the cool weather anyway. And so by this time of year in April, there's quite a few that stay on my porch now until I put them in the ground. Then by now I've already planted my choy, as you can see. And at the time that I did that picture, I had just planted radishes. Here we are 5 days later. The radishes were coming up beautifully. Now I love my bamboo. This just shows you how tall this bamboo gets. And yes, I know it can take over the yard, but I don't let it. For me, it's a renewable resource that I can use. I use it for all of my trellises. So I really love it. And my grandson has a lot of fun playing with it too. You can see this little teepee type trellis is for my peas that will be coming up soon. This is how I start my carrots. I cover them and wait until they've germinated and then finally open them up. And I usually have carrots going all year long. My suggestion, get some kids to help you. If you have grandchildren like I do, get them to start from the time they're really young. My grandson is 11 now. Look at that face. He loves helping Grandma still. He really does. I just can't always get him to smile. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you will try some gardening too.